Let's take a live look at San Francisco this evening. We're digging into the details of the school reopening plan. We've heard it before, but the district says they are getting closer to reopening. KPIX 5's Kenny Choi is live at Sunset Elementary. And Kenny, parents are still waiting on that big question, when? Kenny.
Yeah, that is the big question, and school officials saying that they are closer to reopening today, but still no specific dates given. Here at this school at Sunset Elementary, they have clearly painted these distance markers in red to get ready, but bottom line, there's still a long way to go before 52,000 students in the SFUSD district can go back into the classrooms.
I just wanted to highlight as being different from a normal classroom.
All eyes on school officials. The pressure is building. 11 months into the pandemic, cones, plexiglass, and signs finally in place. County health officials have started inspecting public schools.
That's when we really need the city's support to help us to get the labor, the people to get into all of our buildings.
So far, 6 elementary schools have been given the green light by the Department of Health. There are 72 in the city.
Do you believe that students in San Francisco, the majority of them, will be in person and in classes in person before the end of the year?
I can tell you we're going to do everything we can to get as many students back as quickly as we can.
One of the negotiated terms between the district and the unions is about proper ventilation. As you can see, some schools have enough windows, but others may not.
To prepare our schools for reopening, we have inspected 15,000 windows across over 1,600 classrooms.
Part of the tentative agreement includes 2 scenarios. A, if San Francisco moves into the red tier from the current purple, classrooms could reopen with staff getting vaccinated. And B, if it improves and enters the orange tier, they can reopen without vaccines.
The mayor can get the vaccines to us that we've been asking for. All these issues are being thrown on school districts, unfortunately, but we're not departments of public health.
What hasn't been established include class size, hours of in-person instruction, and how many days of hybrid. Another recent hurdle ahead is regular testing of students.
Kenny, we've been hearing about this agreement, these negotiations for more than a week. What's the very latest and where they stand?
So, Liz, that agreement that we've been talking about has to do with safety and health mandates, including vaccines. And the school board says that they expect to ratify that very soon. As for negotiations that are ongoing this week, every day between the district officials and the unions, that's going to continue. And so even if you have an agreement in place for a long list of things that remain to be seen, that doesn't mean these schools will reopen very soon. For example, you could have an agreement on the vaccines, but if the supply ends up being an issue or the execution of that at the city and county level, then that slows the process of these schools actually reopening.